I am angry, and I am still healing, and it is harder than hurting. Trust me when I say that. I am trying. I have been in denial for a little bit. I walked away to get clean. I tried to go take my life back. I wanted some type of peace. I wanted to give a damn about somebody saying they love me just because they love me. I didn't want anybody because they wanted me or my body or what they could do to me. I'm nobody's puppet. I'm nobody's toy. I'm nobody's punching bag anymore. And that's all I ever wanted. Do you hear me? Ron Jeremy, Denzel Washington, Beyonce Knowles, Ellen DeGeneres, Whoopi Goldberg, Lady Gaga, Chrissy Teigen, John Legend, Joan Rivers, Rob Saget. Do you want me to keep going? Ask me. Everybody wonder why my smile is so deep. Everybody wonder why my eyes sparkle. Everybody always asks me, why you smiling when you dance? Because you don't understand the live through. It's worth it to smile.
When Allison Ally Carter, better known online as Ally Carter, first started gaining attention across Instagram and TikTok, many people assumed she was simply another influencer chasing clout. But that perception changed when she began posting cryptic messages about underground tunnels allegedly connected to elite Hollywood circles. Suddenly, people wanted to know what she was talking about. Then Ally turned her attention to Diddy's infamous parties, sharing what she described as her own survival experiences. She claimed she had been lured into high-profile music industry events, only to find herself in situations she characterized as manipulative, traumatic, and deeply disturbing. But Ally wasn't finished. Instead of backing away, she began naming names, releasing what she described as a complete list of A-list celebrities, artists, actors, and executives she claimed to have personally seen at Diddy's parties. And that's when the story exploded. With Diddy facing trial, lawsuits continuing to pile up, and former insiders coming forward, Ally's allegations have suddenly attracted far more attention. However, her claims remain allegations and have not been established as proven evidence.
Ever thought that we would see the day where Diddy would get arrested? And I told you guys in that Maria Z interview in 2021 that no one tells on Diddy. P. Diddy. Alright? Just the same way nobody tells on Denzel Washington. People don't usually talk and stop and think about the children victims that are going through things right now as we speak, and the ones who suffered through all this. I decided to stop for a second and do some projects with projects all around, because we just said, you know what, this is our life, it's not changing. We stopped somewhere, and I've been hiding. My mom and I have been hiding. We've had our head down. We've tried to back up. We even tried to tell you everything that we can, and now we have people messaging us, investigators, people that want to talk now, when now it's because it's trending. We're still not on the subject of the kids. All the adults are covering all the adults are I left at a certain time, yet you knew children were there. You knew these parties were not okay. They weren't freak-offs. They were satanic ritual. Get it straight. It wasn't just adults in these parties. The adults were responsible for the child slaves that were in the party. And one of those children were me. Now, those who are trying to come at us now, talking like, oh, well, now the Diddy's out, now that you can talk. For why? Because we tried to have a case with Child Protective Services. We gave them 8 months worth of evidence. 8 months worth of evidence. That didn't even do a crumb. They took that case and they hid it. If you are a survivor and if you are a real victim, be careful. Because these hotline numbers that they're putting out, I don't trust them. I wouldn't do it.
They take your information to see what you have.
They're taking inventory.
And then they shut it down. Mm-hmm. They're taking inventory. So don't trust them. Don't trust the feds. Don't trust the judges. All y'all. You're all guilty. You're all corrupt. Any attorney that's taking money to defend Diddy, you're nasty and vile.
That's blood money.
That's blood money.
That's all blood money. You do know that, right? Whether you take money from him to shut up, whether you take money from him for period, that's blood money. I don't want anybody's money. Not even Lassane. And let me make something very clear. Even though it runs in my family, you can't fake your death. That is expensive. We don't have that money. We don't have the military involvement. We are not working with white hats. We are working with everyday people who can come out and do something when they can, who can come out and say, I can be security when I can, who can come and cover us when they can. But that's not all the time. Right now, we by ourselves. We could call on some angels, yes. These are everyday people. They're not white hats. Get it straight. There's no witness protection program because how well is the Secret Service doing protecting your former president? They not even doing their damn job. Even the photographer can get the shot, and including the people that can get the shot. Let's be real. Don't do the Lassane. Don't do that either. You want to know why? Because that all circles back to the military. That all circles back to fake arrest. That all circles back to lies. And not everybody can fake their death. Even though some of y'all are sitting pretty, trying to make the excuse of, oh, well, they were so evil, I was just trying to be undercover. No. My face is out there. You little punk. My face is out there. You
No, and I see a lot of you people out there like, oh, they faked their death and they're gonna come back.
No. No.
Joan Rivers, you were up there partying with Michelle Manshell. Lassane, you were doing some dirty, vile all of you. So any of these people that they're gonna try to revive and prop up?
No. You see all the people running? They're ducking and hiding because everybody knows that there was children there. But we're still not talking about the kids yet. When are we gonna talk about the kids?
At one point, getting people to take Ally seriously became an uphill battle. She kept coming forward with what she described as personal trauma, naming names and sharing details she claimed were part of her experiences, yet much of the audience simply dismissed her. What made the situation even more surprising was that the skepticism didn't only come from Diddy's supporters. It also came from people who were already speaking out against him. Figures like Gene Deal, Jaguar Wright, and others who had distanced themselves from Diddy's alleged freak-off parties were already exposing what they believed was happening within the industry. Yet when Ally stepped forward, she struggled to receive the same credibility. Jaguar Wright, despite her reputation for challenging powerful figures, initially rejected Ally's story and accused her of creating allegations for clout. Critics described Ally as too young, too emotional, and too desperate for attention. Suddenly, she wasn't just battling an industry that she claimed had silenced her. She was fighting to convince the very people she believed would understand her.
It's real wild that somebody is actually coming in here to say that I need to go to jail for what? I was in jail. I was in jail when they accused me of what they accused me of last time, and I wasn't guilty of that either. What this is proof of, though, is that somebody in the government keeps allowing me to be set up for crimes I didn't commit. It's wild. It's wild. I keep coming up innocent and don't nobody want to believe it. No, Ally Carter is not telling the truth. She is a fraud, and she's working with an alleged human teleporter named Shelly Carter. That for whatever reason, everyone wants to come after me, but don't nobody want to go after her.
No.
I am very careful. All the time. I have no choice but to be.
Why y'all don't stand up? See, that's the other part that you skip.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing. See, this is the thing. This is the thing, Grace. This is the thing, Grace. You can't expect people to show what they've never had. In order to stand up, you have to have courage. How could I ever expect a coward to have courage? You know how many people in the industry that I know that know all the things that I know, the same as I know, and the only reason that they mad that I'm speaking out is because they ain't had the balls to do it themselves.
Okay. And I know y'all in the back heard that.
Let's be clear. Damn near everyone in the neo-soul community is pissed the with me. And not because I'm lying.
Go to the bathroom.
It's not because I'm lying. It's all right, I'm here. It's not because I'm lying. See, y'all gotta understand something. Before I walked away from the game and vowed to be an independent artist and not help fund and organizations that were doing harm on massive levels to my people and to all people. When I decided to do that, guess what? There was a lot of people who didn't like competing with me at that time.
That's when Ally decided words weren't enough anymore. She wanted to put her allegations on record. After repeatedly being labeled a liar, she reportedly took legal action and filed lawsuits naming Diddy along with several other high-profile figures, including Birdman, Denzel Washington, Young Joc, and Sean Diddy Combs himself. But the part that truly stunned people was her account of an alleged incident at the Playboy Mansion, a glamorous location long surrounded by rumors and controversy. Ally claimed she was brought there under false pretenses and experienced disturbing events that she says have continued to haunt her. That was the point where everything shifted. The names were no longer just circulating as rumors, and Ally's allegations were no longer limited to social media posts. She had placed them into legal filings. According to the continuation of the lawsuit, Ally described a party where she claimed children were used in disturbing body cake displays, with people allegedly eating food placed on their bodies. She further claimed that numerous celebrities attended, and that guests were searched before entering. Once everyone was inside, she alleged that music started, lights flashed, and the doors were closed, signaling that the event could begin. Ally's filing then made an even darker allegation, that children brought to the party were allegedly treated as party favors. And the claims didn't stop there. Ally later described what she called underground auctions, alleging that powerful industry figures bid on young talent while presenting the encounters as networking opportunities, contracts, or casting opportunities. According to her account, behind that public explanation was a system built around exploitation, where young people were allegedly treated like commodities rather than protected.
You don't understand what people do. Have you seen that picture of there's like a little baby on the floor? I'll post it. I will probably get blocked on here again if I put it on my story. But I know you guys have seen this picture. There's a picture of a baby. They got a picture of a bunch of kids tied to a wall. It's actually an auction. They're tied to a wall and they're hanging on the wall. That's another form of an auction. Some auctions are very pretty. Some you get to stand. Some you got to be. I've had some really weird auctions. Some you're tied to a wall like produce or like retail. And basically like you're picking a t-shirt or you're picking clothes. Buyers come through wherever you're at, wherever they put you, and they literally like, okay, there's a white kid, there's a black kid, there's an Indian kid, there's a girl, there's a guy. They check how big your they check how much space your has, they check your teeth, they check your cavity, they check everything. They have a taste. They walk into a room and they have basically like how you have, if you walk into a car lot and you're like, can I turn on the car? Can I sit in the car? Can I open the door? Can I sit in the seat? That's literally what's going on in an auction. For children, for 6-year-olds, for 7-year-olds. They walk into an auction and they will say, like, I will buy for a test sample of 2 fingers. I will buy for a test sample of a full hand. And they literally get to walk up to a 6-year-old and shove their hand up their cooch. That is what we're talking about. You have people, there's a picture of a baby, like maybe 5-6 years old. It's a little baby boy, and he has like a leash around his neck, and they're walking him around, and he's on the floor, okay? I know everybody has seen this picture before. The thing with that's also a test. Somebody will on the floor, somebody will piss on the floor, a guy will on the floor, a female will squirt on the floor, and they will bring in a child to walk through that, to play in it, to lay in it, to put on their body, to lick it, to see if they can walk around and act like a dog, to lick their shoe, to see how well their gag reflexes are. It's a gag reflex check. So if they come in and they're feeling horny and somebody starts floor and they bring in a child, they're going to check for that child's gag reflex by putting them in the middle of that and seeing if they throw it. That's what we're talking about. You get me now? But you have attorneys that are going to be working right now trying to get his lane off on technicalities. So keep all that in mind. They will take bars if say for they're saying like I don't want to penetrate a child today, I just want to participate in this auction, right? They will have something there that looks like a broomstick with the on the end, and they will walk a child around and they will make them lay on the floor and they will take that and stab them with it, whatever. And they see what the gag reflex is. They see if they cry. They see if they don't have a reaction. They see how well the drugs are taking, what drugs they're on, if they'll cry, if they'll be loud, if they'll moan, if they'll whatever. For the teenagers, it's a whole different ballgame. The teenagers, they will see if their body naturally gets wet. And then it's their fault. If your body will automatically start to respond to what's going on. If you don't, you're a defect. So ladies, if you stay dry, you're a defect. Then they really mess you up. Then that goes into bondage and torture fetishes. Then that goes into blood fetishes. Because if you're not ready, and if there's no way that they can just do whatever they want to do and just get it over with, then they put stuff on, and then they make sure that when they a kid and they're bleeding, then that takes more power because there's adrenochrome, there's power, there's control, there's extra money because you're paying to get rough. There's so much that you guys are not real.
But as more pieces started connecting, Ally Carter began to believe the story was far bigger than Diddy alone. In her view, exposing one powerful figure was only the beginning. She said her goal wasn't simply to describe the alleged abuse and disturbing experiences she claimed to have witnessed, but to bring attention to the wider network of celebrities and industry figures she believed were connected to it. Ally began naming artists, actors, executives, and other high-profile personalities she claimed were present during these alleged encounters. She accused some of simply standing by, while others allegedly attended the auctions, participated in the parties, or looked away while people were being preyed upon. She also started publicly identifying A-list celebrities, influencers, and entertainment figures she claimed had been present. Some names had already circulated in online rumors, while others caught people completely off guard. But the biggest change was Ally herself. The woman once dismissed as nothing more than a clout chaser was now openly challenging powerful names, and the entertainment industry was starting to feel the impact of her allegations.
Ron Jeremy, Denzel Washington, Beyonce Knowles, Ellen DeGeneres, Whoopi Goldberg, Lady Gaga, Chrissy Teigen, John Legend, Joan Rivers, Rob Saget. Do you want me to keep going? Ask me. Everybody wonder why my smile is so deep. Everybody wonder why my eyes sparkle. Everybody always asks me, why are you smiling when you dance? Because you don't understand the live through. It's worth it to smile. And I'm still smiling, and I'm gonna continue to smile. And majority of y'all who continue to ask me and gonna tell me that I'm pointing fingers to kiss my natural black ass and miss me with that. Bye. Bye. And when it comes out, don't come running back. I shouldn't have to get this nitty gritty for people to wake fuck up. I shouldn't have to say something like that for you to be like, oh, she's probably telling the truth. It is pathetic that people gotta go here. It's pathetic that it's gonna take somebody to say it was me for somebody to understand.
Beyond exposing what she described as the darker side of the industry, Ally Carter repeatedly made another point clear. She said she wanted to stand with the people she believed had been victimized by the same system. For every powerful name she called out, she also tried to highlight those who, in her view, had been left broken and voiceless when they needed support most. One person Ally repeatedly expressed sympathy for was Orlando Brown. If you followed Orlando's story, you know it's far more complicated than the viral moments that made headlines. He was a talented child star with charisma and potential who eventually became the subject of intense public attention. Behind the unusual interviews and emotional public appearances, Orlando has spoken about experiencing bullying, manipulation, and trauma during his time in the entertainment industry. Sometimes his messages came through cryptic statements, while other moments sounded like direct pleas for help. And according to Ally, she recognized something in Orlando's story that others had overlooked, and she wasn't willing to ignore it.
Yeah, I remember that I was defending Orlando Brown. I've never said anything bad about him. If anything, I asked y'all to check on the man. He recently made a video where he said my house was seized. I no longer have my bank account. My wife was taken from me. So was my kid. Is that not right, Orlando? This whole time I said, hey, everybody might want to check on him. What I'm talking about, he's talking about too. He's an MK survivor too, and he knows that. He's not the only one that's been yelling about the Hollywood for a minute. And now he's tagging the exact same people that he's yelling about. Does that make sense to anybody? Let's talk about this. I'm a gorilla. I'm a dude. We don't care. Who's we? Who's we, Orlando? We don't care about what happened to me? Who's we, Orlando? Can you tell me that? Because nobody else will. Who's we? Tell the people, actually. That's the better question. Tell the people who's we. Does this make sense right now? Or does this sound like a threat? Because our car is sitting right. We just had to jump out of it because someone told us someone is tracking you and planning to get out of your car. I can see where you are. Get out of your car. Do you have something to do with this? Does Snoop have something to do with this? Does Diddy have something to do with this? Nat King Cole is dead. Why are you tagging him? Does he have something to do with this? Is anybody gonna ask the questions? Is anybody gonna ask what is going on? And if we're gonna talk about it, and if we're gonna tag them, then ask them what's going on for everybody. Don't just ask them about me. Ask them about everything that you can pull up.
Speaking out against powerful people can come at a devastating cost, and Ally Carter claims that cost has completely changed her life. After publicly sharing her stories and naming high-profile figures, she says the retaliation became relentless. Ally has claimed she was forced out of her own home, left without a stable place to live, and pushed into a constant state of fear. She has also spoken about allegedly being followed and repeatedly stopped by law enforcement. According to her account, she was pulled over, questioned, and treated as though she were already on some kind of list, without being given a clear reason for why she was being targeted. For Ally, what started as an attempt to speak publicly about her experiences allegedly turned into a situation where she felt watched, pressured, and increasingly isolated.
So we just got pulled over again. Now for Nebraska. Like from all 50 states. That's the goal. We don't try. We thought of a new drinking game for you all. You guys can just slap the shot and finally get pulled over. Need a treat. Go back. So that That's now a cop video. If you missed it, it's because I was driving, and it was on my mom's Facebook, which is public, Mayor Parker. So now I was pulled over for not keeping a 3-second gap in front of me. But no one was in front of me. There was somebody behind me. He was waiting. I saw him. And I told my mom and I told my grandma, I'm like, he's gonna pull us over. And they're like, no, like, how would they know that we just got into another rental car? How would they know we're doing the speed limit? How would they know that we just got into a rental car? No way. Like, no, mom, he's about to pull us over. We pissed off the brother, and he's about to pull us over. He waited for a little bit. Sure enough, he looks up. Called 911. My mom did. He said that he asked how we were doing. Said we were okay. He tried to do literal good cop. Yeah, he tried. And then he said he asked for, my license, registration on the vehicle. After he got that, he asked me to come sit in his car. I said, I don't feel comfortable sitting in your car. I want to get in your car. I will come back there with you, but I don't want to get in your car. He's like, okay, you can stand next to it. All right, cool, whatever. When I get out of the car, he asked me if I had any weapons on me. I said, no, I do not. We went back to his car, and he said, so where are you guys traveling, and where exactly is the car? And I said, we already answered you. He said, you already answered me. So why are you guys traveling? Did you fly into Nebraska? How did you get here? How did you get another car? And I said, we already answered you. Where is the car? Parked. Where is parked? It's parked. What's wrong with the car? There's some things wrong with the car. We just had to get a rental. Why? Because we needed a rental. Why? We needed a rental. Where is the car parked? It's parked. But where? Why does it matter? Because you're telling me that there's something wrong with your car, and that's suspicious. And we don't just get California people that pop up in Nebraska. I want to know where the car is. So, okay, there's something, car needs some work on it, tires, whatnot. So we just parked it for a little bit and got a rental. Have you been traveling? Yes, like we told you. And he's like, okay, so tell me exactly where the car is parked. You don't need to know exactly where the car is parked. Where exactly is it? Is it at an airport? Is it parked at someone's home? Is it at the mechanic? Where exactly is the car? And I said, I don't need to answer you. Well, now if I run your license and if you're a trafficking survivor like you say you are, if you're who you say you are, then when I run your license, it'll show up because you've been arrested for it. If you're with this trafficking organization, I said, I never said I was a trafficking organization. I said I'm a trafficking survivor. And right now I don't feel comfortable because what is the problem? Can I go back and get my phone so I can report this? No, your followers don't need to see. I have a camera here and I have a camera here. Did you hear what I just said?
Every time Ally Carter says she makes it through another dangerous situation, she doesn't return filled with anger or defeat. Instead, she comes back expressing gratitude. After everything she claims to have endured, being forced from her home by police, stalked, silenced, and pushed to the breaking point, she continues thanking her followers for standing beside her and giving meaning to her voice. She often tells them how grateful she is simply to still be alive. For someone who says she's faced so much pressure, that perspective stands out. Ally repeatedly emphasizes that every breath she takes, every step forward, and every new day she gets to speak about what she believes happened is something she considers a blessing. She says she refuses to take that opportunity for granted.
I am alive. I'm alive. And I don't know what reality check I needed to like up the face, but I'm alive. And I feel like, hey, wait a minute. What am I doing? I've been having those realizations lately. I don't know if it's the years I'm getting on me. By the way, I'm 31 years old. My name is Ally, if you didn't know. Hi. And this is my mama, Shelly. She's like, I know, she's my twin. She looks just like me. I know you're confused. I was adopted at 19, 20 years old as an adult, for an adult adoption, because nobody wanted me. They just didn't want anybody to have me. We're going to talk about that in a second. But a lot of people are trying to say many crazy things, and I just want to come here and talk to y'all because I think you guys can connect the dots. I'm not talking to those who can't get it. You're useless and you're hopeless to our government as well, and they know that. I mean that with all disrespect. You are useless and hopeless. Do you hear me? To the truth of what this war is about.
Lately, something has been weighing heavily on Ally Carter. After everything she says she's risked and all the stories she's brought to the public, she feels the legal system has failed her. The RICO charges against Sean Diddy Combs were not sustained by the jury at trial, and that outcome appears to have hit Ally especially hard. She's spoken openly about the impact, breaking down during multiple live streams and social media posts as she expressed visible frustration and heartbreak. After spending years describing what she claims happened to her and raising concerns about how powerful figures like Diddy allegedly used their influence, Ally seemed to believe the justice system would eventually deliver accountability. Instead, she watched the verdict unfold in real time and felt that the outcome represented another painful setback.
Do you know what it takes for you to walk away from a narcissist? Has anybody ever been in a narcissistic relationship? Somebody that was either your family, a toxic relationship, a toxic sibling, a toxic family member, somebody who tried to break your soul, and every time you spoke up about it, it was your fault. Somebody who tried to change you, and every time you tried to step in and say, this ain't me, it was something that you did wrong. Okay? So I want you to think about that toxic relationship that you have ever had. Ever. And I want you to think about how many years I was gone at 14 and a half. The woman that you see right now, this was secretion of Satan. This woman tried to kill, this woman tried to break me, and she didn't do it to just one. She did it to 6 different children. She did it to everybody in her life. Okay, at 14 and a half, 12, 13 years old, I said, I can't do this anymore. I tried to kill. I went into Chino Hills Hospital. Are y'all staying with me? Chino Hills in California Hospital. I ended up there, and from there, they made me a ward of the state of California.
She has made it clear that, in her view, the problem goes beyond Diddy himself. It lies within the system. Ally argues that the justice system is too slow, too inefficient, and too biased when powerful and wealthy celebrities are involved. To her, the outcome sends a dangerous message, that even when testimony and evidence are brought forward, money, status, and influence can still outweigh accountability. She has repeatedly said this is exactly why many victims choose silence. They fear that speaking up won't guarantee protection or justice. Ally says she put almost everything on the line to tell her story. Her safety, her home, her mental well-being, and her personal security, only to feel that none of those sacrifices ultimately changed the legal outcome. But despite the frustration, Ally hasn't completely disappeared. She sounds exhausted and deeply disappointed, yet she's still speaking. And now, her focus appears to be bigger than individual celebrities. She's demanding accountability from the institutions she believes failed to protect the people who needed them most.
I think they're dropping the charges. I was like, I already knew the case was not going anywhere. Whoever tried just got painted a target on it. And whoever lied was exposed. I am grateful for the amount of people that were exposed on this case. You've seen that the hotel manager is guilty. You saw the people who cleaned the place were guilty. The bus that freaking transferred all these children were guilty. You saw people coming from left and right to tell you about the baby oil and everything else, but they wouldn't tell you earlier because they kept it a secret all these years, and everybody that bowed down sign this man's paycheck. You feed that man from the entire time. You enable trafficking. It's the same way people are using our pain right now. There's content creators that hate us, that want us tortured, that want us dead. I've gotten so many crazy messages that I don't care about. And some people are just like, I won't believe you until you sit down with the person that hurts you. I am hurt, I am angry, and I am still healing, and it is harder than hurting. Trust me when I say that. I am trying. I have been in denial for a little bit. I walked away to get clean. I tried to go take my life back. I wanted some type of peace. I wanted to give a damn about somebody saying they love me just because they love me. I didn't want anybody because they wanted me or my body or what they could do to me. I'm nobody's husband. I'm nobody's toy. I'm nobody's punching bag anymore. And that's all I ever wanted. Do you hear me? I have held my in. I've been a vault. I don't usually get upset. I try to just keep that going because what can I do? Nothing. All the people that are dogpiling on us right now, what can I do? Nothing. Everybody yells, I'ma sue you, you little Don't be a little Do you know how many people have tried to break my soul?
So what's your take? Do you believe the jury reached the correct decision based on the evidence and the law, or does this outcome make you question whether power and influence can still drown out the voices demanding justice? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button so you never miss the next upload. Until then, fam, keep it real.